What's poppin', everybody? What the fuck is up, y'all? This is Empress J, the Healing Oracle. Okay, so how y'all doing? Like, what is poppin', everybody? Like, I missed y'all so much. So, what's up to all my beautiful souls, my healing angels, right? Let's vibe tonight. Like, I'm up. I got some shit to say, okay? Been a lot of messages and shit coming through. So, first and foremost, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, if nobody told you today, I love you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate your life. Appreciate you just being you, okay? Thank you for like, sharing, subscribing, coming through, viewing my joint, just rocking with a sister. You know what I'm saying? Because loyalty is everything. Showing up for me, showing up for yourself is everything, okay? So I just want to talk a little bit. No mean like focus, just some messages. Like, um, first and foremost, let me say that if there's anybody that been in your energy lately that haven't been really understanding you or appreciating you, you need to make sure that you letting that shit go, okay? Because every time we shift in our consciousness and we're evolving as people, right? Um, there's like they say, more levels, more devils, right? So even in spirituality, the more you are ascending, the more you're going to be tested, the more people that are going to be around you for all the wrong reasons, right? And it's really up to you to be discerning, understanding what the fuck is for you, what the fuck is not, right? Understanding who can stay and who served their purpose. And that be the hardest part, like really having to say goodbye to someone that has been in your life, or has come into your life, even but for a moment, right? It's hard to have to close a door. But if you do not close the door on energies that are not for you, that are not helping you to elevate and ascend, then you'll be closing the door on yourself. And that is something that we cannot do. So it's very important to understand yourself, understand who you are, what you deserve, right? And what you deserve is the absolute best that life can give you, especially if you're exuding that to the world and giving your absolute best. Don't you deserve the absolute best? And if anyone is in your surrounding circle around you in your life and they're not giving you what you give them, then what are you doing? I mean, and it's time that we really, really make sure that even as we're ascending and we're getting the people out of our lives that don't belong here, right? Don't swap one one negative for another negative. Make sure you're being careful, okay? Because your energy is sought after heavily. Okay, everyone does not shine like you. Everyone does not move like you. Everyone is not you. And a lot of people are going to come into your life to make you feel like you're less. But understand this, anyone of pure heart that really has like nothing but good intentions ain't going to try to bring you down. They're not going to try to make you feel like less. They're not going to take from you. They're not going to make your life a hell. They'll make your life feel like heaven because that's what your energy will do for them. So you should be only accepting that kind of energy back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also saying this to myself as well. Like, you know, um, we as chosen ones, we as spiritual gangsters, we're heavily sought after. This energy is not an energy that can be that's for everybody, and it's not the kind of energy that can be understood by everybody, right? So understand that it'd be easy for a person to fall for you. It'd be easy for a person to come into your life, right? Because they see how beautiful and wonderful and enlightened you are, and you have a special light. But they don't know how to stay there. They don't know how to keep your attention. They don't know how to um, continue to move forward, like grow in the same manner as you, right? So a lot of times people will make you feel like you're not, like you're like there's something wrong with you, like there's an inadequacy in you, or like like you're less. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to these people because that's insecurity that speaks and they're projecting that onto you. So make sure like you strong in who you are and you know that like we have to go through a lot. The people who are chosen for something like different, that's supposed to lead consciousness of the masses, it is not going to be easy for you to have someone next to you. It's not going to be easy for people to stay there because as you're constantly growing, you're probably growing every single moment of the day. You're ascending, you're learning, you're taking things in, and you're allowing yourself to be molded through spirit, through the divine power of God, right? To become who you're meant to be with that pure heart, right? So other people see that. And when they come in and they notice that like you were something different, like you really do require more, right? You high maintenance. And the high maintenance part comes in at being understanding who you are and knowing that there's a lot of things you just will not accept, even if it feels like you want to accept it. When that should be like in your heart where it's like you not, it's things just ain't sitting right with you, is because that's your intuition letting you know that there's something wrong here. There's something that's not like doesn't belong, right? Like something you need to fix, right? So it's very important that you paying attention to that and you paying attention to who you are, because your spirit won't allow just anybody next to you anymore, especially as you're ascending. We've been through so many dark nights of the soul, so many different new powerful energies that are taking us to another level within ourselves, right? Bringing us closer to God, bringing us closer to ourselves every day, every moment of the day. We're growing. Everyone's not like everybody's not doing that. Everybody's not open to it. So careful what energies you let in, right? Because shit don't, man, listen, when your energy is on a new frequency and you let energies in that you think could be on the same frequency, but they really not, watch how quickly your energy lets you know like shit ain't right. So I want you to understand that you can't no longer allow anybody around you that's not supposed to be there, who's only going to be here for a season. I mean, we have lessons that we have to go through. We have no choice. There's no getting around it. So we meet everyone for a reason. Everyone is our teacher. Everyone. But at the same time, you control what you go through. You control your life by the choices that you make and what you allow, right? Plain and simple. So we can sit alone and we can, quietly introspect on who we are and really focus on ourselves, really focus on what we came here to do. Excuse me. Or we can allow people around us who see our light and want to dim it, because you have people who do that and they don't even know they're doing it because that's just who they are. They haven't grown past a certain level within themselves. And sometimes they're drawn to you because of how far you've come within yourself. But when they really get to know you and really get to see what you have to go through in your life to maintain that energy and to, constantly evolve past it, it is not for everybody. So then that's when you start having issues where like disagreements, arguments, like pay attention to that. Like what energies around you do you always have to like constantly go through a disagreement or a problem or it's always that issue like, man, LIG, that shit, that's not for you. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if it's family, friends, whatever. Like be in the habit of letting things go when it's not for you, no matter who they are, no matter what it is. Because a lot of times, all the time, most times, you step away and those people will have to deal with the reason why you stepped away from them. And if they don't deal with it, then you just stepped away from an energy that's not for you. And then they could just be left to deal with whatever they're doing with themselves. But that's not affecting you. So just really be careful, because the more you grow, the more you shine, the more beautiful you look, the more powerful you are, right? The more people want that fucking energy. They want to be in your space. They want to be with you, but they don't understand what it takes to be you, and they don't understand what it entails to continue to hone in on that energy, to continue to surpass your last greatest thing, or whatever the case may be. Like, it's not easy to constantly do your best to be your best, right? You have to go through a lot of um, making sure that you are tightening up on your toolbox, not allowing, what I'm saying, the bullshit, and understanding that, like, you're gonna be alone for a while. There's gonna be a lot of times where people don't get you. And understand that the more that you have to get people out of your life, the closer to divinity you become. Because you'll have an energy of no nonsense around you, no bullshit, right? And then it'll be space for the type of people to come around you that definitely wouldn't do the same that the rest have done. They will always like want to be in your energy, want to be around you, so they will do what's necessary to keep you, like, continue to ascend with you, allow what you're doing to help them move forward, not take from you, not bring you down, not make you feel like you less, especially if you have a lot of convictions and you use them to help you propel forward in your life. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't have the same um, ambition or the same need to forge forward. A lot of people get complacent, and they don't understand when you're trying to not be complacent. Okay, so just pay attention to that. Like, I just wanted to say that. And keep your head up and make sure that, like, with all these new energies coming in, all this new moon energy, all this, like, we're harvest time, like, we're harvesting, making sure that, like, as the seasons change, you change with the seasons. Okay, meaning, like, it's harvest time, so you need to be harvesting things like that. Like, you see how the leaves are different colors now. Like, this is more like, we should be grateful and thankful and feeling blessed all the time, but this is that specific time of the year where, as we're seeing these different colors of the leaves and we're feeling the fall creeping in slowly and beautifully, just, um, allow yourself to be harvesting your thoughts, harvesting the things that you can in your life. So, meaning, right, as things are, the foliage in your life is falling off, the leaves, certain situations, certain people, things are changing. Um, it's time for some of these leaves to, they've already gotten old and now they're going to fall off on their own. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, harvest time. It's time to get rid of the things that no longer serve your life. It's time to get rid of the things that have served their purpose, and it's time for them to be put to rest. Okay, people, places, things, situations, thoughts, ways of doing things in your life. Um, Anything that's not working, harvest that. It's time to clean up the garden, clean up the yard, so to speak. Clean up the yard, the garden within yourself, like in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, right? Because winter is coming, and when winter time comes, that's the crispness, like the freshness of the cold season. If you live in a area where you have a winter, even if you don't, it's still a different season. So each season we want to be growing with that season. We want to be kind of like giving ourselves to that season and doing the things that are necessary. Because, see, when you honor everything in life, the seasons, you're honoring Mother Nature. And with the honoring of Mother Nature, you're honoring yourself, you're honoring your own divinity, and you'll be allowing, because each season does something different for the earth. It does something different for us. So when we embrace that, right, then we're allowing ourselves to fully be alive. We're allowing ourselves to fully take advantage of what life has to offer us, because each season will allow us to grow and move forward in a different way. If we're paying attention, if we're allowing ourselves to truly be alive, because that's what it's about. Just really being alive, allowing yourself to go with the flow of life. If things aren't working, it's not for you, let it go. It was here for a moment. It's just like a season, okay? They come and then they go. And we've learned something every single season and every year. We learn something that can stay and will stay with us for the rest of our life, which will become the wealth of us. There's nothing more important than that. And understanding that we have to go through certain things to grow. If we don't go, the most valuable person is the person who's been through so much because they have so much wealth of knowledge and wisdom within themselves. They know themselves. They know the truth of a lot of life, like, a lot of the misconceptions and the truths as well. Not saying that a person who hasn't been through much isn't as powerful or wonderful or spiritually gifted, okay? It's not to say that. But experience builds wealth of, like I said, knowledge, which brings wisdom, okay? And then the wisdom gives you the understanding of it all. So it's like, even the people who haven't been through the same amount of trauma as others, we all go through something, right? You do not come to this life and not go through a damn thing. I just don't believe that, okay? So I know that each one of us should not judge each other on trauma, what we have been through. And it's more like we know that each other, like we've all been through something. Even the richest person that has no like issues with like poverty or whatever, they've been through something. Okay? We all go through something. That's just the human condition. That is life. Understanding that is understanding that we are all equal, right? But we don't all feel that way about ourselves and about each other. So it's like the more we understand ourselves, the more we can be walking around with this like godlike complex, okay? Knowing that, like, first of all, God made me, God's within me, God's all around me. I don't need to feel less ever. How could I ever feel lonely with God in the room? How can I feel lonely with God within me? How can I feel like I'm less when I was made by the greatest of greats? Allah, angels, ancestors, whatever you believe, right? Man, something, someone, some entity brought you here, helps you through, so you're special. You better know it and you better grow on it every day. That is your job, to know yourself. We've been put here for a reason. Everyone won't get it, and that's okay. For everyone that doesn't get it, I promise you, there's someone there who will. There's someone in the world who will. And when you don't allow those people, those energies to harm you, to stay in your life, when you know that they've served their purpose and their season is done, it's time to harvest that shit, do it. And move forward with your head up. Cry if you need to. Be alone if you need to. Feel the feels, but don't stay in it. Move forward. Grow. Allow yourself to grow through it. Remember the lesson. Remember that feeling. Don't let yourself feel that again. Put that shit in your toolbox. A feeling is like, I ain't never feeling that again. I remember when I felt that. No, growing past that. Never again. Okay? And if anything that comes through again feels like that, you'll be reminded within yourself that that's not for you. And also, it just won't, right? You just won't be like able to deal with it. Think about situations and people who come in your life and they don't stay long. Why? Because you're growing. You can't deal with certain things. Certain things is not going to fly. You have a mission. Be true to your mission. Be true to yourself. Be true to your godlike complex, your godlike nature. Feel your power every day. And if you don't, then make sure that you're doing things to help you clear your mind so that you may get closer to yourself, so that you may be closer to God. The closer you are to Him, the closer you are to yourself, the closer you are to finding that freedom. You want other people around you who feel like you feel. You want other people around you who feel their own divinity because they won't feel intimidated by yours because they know their own power. Powerful people want to be around other powerful people. Okay? And even And they don't, it's not power, so many levels to it. You're powerful if you know who you are, if you know what you can and cannot accept, and if you walk through this life being your best, doing your best, even when you make mistakes, doing your best to grow past it and making amends when needed. That's all we need to do and continue to grow, continue to find enlightenment, continue to be your best self. You know what I'm saying? And love yourself, love others around you, do good. And then what you gonna get back? Good. Yeah, we're gonna have problems. Shit, that's life. You gotta have the rain, have the sunshine. You know I say that. But at the same time, you are not your circumstance. You are not the shit that happens to you. You're how you get through it. You're how you grow past it. You're what's left after that. After the pain, after all this shit. What did I learn? Who am I after that? Right? That's what's sought after by other people. Because once you know that, like God's in me. Yeah, I got a God-like complex. I know God, He's within me. We are one. I feel that power every day. Even when I give I may question myself. I still feel that power. Allow yourself to still feel that because that's what's going to keep you strong and keep you moving forward. It's not always going to be that way, but as you ascend and you get to a new level, you have to understand that other people see that. They feel it. They don't get it. Everyone doesn't understand, and they're not meant to. It's all about your choices. It's all about how long you allow yourself to stay somewhere where it may not be for you anymore. Your purpose was served there. It's time to move forward. And sometimes we think that moving forward and being alone is sad and bad. No, you have to be alone to grow. You have to be alone to heal. But once your healing is, you past a certain point, you'll feel so renewed and you'll feel better. But that's what I have, y'all. So I love everybody. I love you. I love you. And I love you. And I hope that your journey thus far has been great, grand, and cool. And I know it's not easy. Shit, I understand. And if you're on my channel, then you definitely haven't had it easy, you know? But I want you to understand how grand you are and how wonderful and truly blessed and loved you are from above, okay? And just remember who you are. Even in those moments where you may forget. It's all right, you know? Like just know who you are and don't accept any wooden nickels. You know what I'm saying? And when you feel weak, ask for guidance and strength. And just remember that God is in you, within you all the time. He's like, that power is there. It's yours, okay, for the taking. Like, you are powerful. And don't forget that. All right? So I love you. And again, thank you for sharing, subscribing, comment, and coming through, viewing my joint, just being here. You mean everything to me. And I hope that everything's going well in your life. And even on the times that it's not, just don't forget that's just what for the moment. That shit gonna grow. You're gonna get past that. You're gonna grow past it. You're gonna be all right. Okay. So I love y'all. And I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your evening, morning, whatever it is for you. And I'm sending you positive vibes. I'm sending you a hug if you need one. I'm sending you so much love, okay? I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day or night or morning. Bye-bye. Later.